CCA. So, doing this video to give you guys an understanding, or more importantly, I guess, some things that you can do to help you verify what other people are saying when they're attempting to enroll you or get you to sign up or anything to do with anything that is claiming to do with blockchain, but more importantly about mining. And the reason is I did this presentation at our live seminar, and a lot of people just didn't realize just how much information you could get from, the blockchain.com website, from Blocktrail and all that sort of stuff. But more importantly, what the blockchain really is. And, for the people that don't know, the blockchain is just really an open ledger that you can't really make things up on it, okay? Like, you can't say that you're doing something. So if someone says, hey, we're one of the largest mining operations in the world, they can't just say that. They have to be able to prove it. Now, with the amount of things that are currently being, out on the market with all these bullshit cloud mining things that you can put money into and you ROI in like 3 months, it's all rubbish, right? Anyone that has a cloud mining operation, they're pretty much a scam, in my opinion. They don't own any infrastructure. They don't actually own a mining operation. Cloud mining, in my opinion, is total horseshit. So what I want to show you guys is very, very simply the websites that you can use to verify what other people are potentially telling you, and then that gives you the ability to very quickly do your own research so you can just make a decision for yourself based on honest facts. But more importantly, give you an idea of some of the questions that you want to not just be asking yourself, but asking the person who's potentially trying to get you to become a part of whatever it is that they're asking you to be a part of. So before I get into that, I'll share my screen quickly. Let's have a look at the blockchain website. So let's say someone comes to you and they show up in your inbox and all of a sudden they're like, hey, you should join this and you'll ROI or make X amount of money because we're the largest Bitcoin mining operation on the planet. Now, like I said, it's okay to make claims. People can make claims, but the beautiful thing about the blockchain is you can't make claims and then not back it up. Or be able to offer the transparency for someone to then be able to go and do their own research, right? So this is the blockchain website, and the big thing that you want to look at, especially when it comes to mining, okay, this is really specific to mining. When someone claims that they're a very, very large mining operation, you just want to ask them, what is the name of their operation, right? So if you come to blockchain, go down to the bottom of the website and just click charts. This will bring you up all the charts for pretty much, everything to do with Bitcoin. Now, here you can see the transactions for the day, what the average block size was, what the market price is. You can go through everything from, market capitalization, all the different details of the blocks, orphan blocks, how many transactions per block. But what we want to look at here is the hash rate distribution, okay? And the hash rate distribution is really important. Now, this pie chart here, this will actually show you, the top miners in the world. So if someone's claiming to be, one of the biggest miners in the world, they will show up here. So as you can see, BTC.com, they're huge. BTC.com actually represent 15% of all the hash rate. Okay, so when we talk about hash rate, they own 15% of all of the computing power in the world that's contributed to supplying hashing power to process Bitcoin transactions. Then you have Antpool. Okay, so Antpool is 13.9%, and Antpool is actually owned by Bitmain. So if you don't know, Bitmain is actually the manufacturing company that manufacture the Antminer, S3, 5, 7, 9, and soon the S11. Then you've got Via BTC, then you've got Slush Pool, F2 Pool, and then a bunch of small ones, right? So as you can see, in the top 20 miners in the world, it goes from, guys who have got 15%, to 13%, 12%, to everyone that has, 8 to 0.2, right? So to be one of the largest miners in the world, you only actually have to have 1% of all of the hashing power in the world, and you would actually, show up on this pie chart. So if someone says we're one of the largest networks in the world, cool. What's the name of your network? Now, as you will see, when Bitcoin is being mined, and for the people who don't understand, this is how mining works, okay? And it's so funny. A lot of people have no idea how or why this works. Now, when we look at Bitcoin as a currency, right? And we see two things. We see circulating supply, and then we also see total supply, right? So if we go to Bitcoin here, you will see that the circulating supply is 17,314,500. That means that there is 17,314,500 Bitcoin out there in the world. However, 21 million Bitcoin can be mined. So if we look at, just looking at this in numbers, we say, okay, so there's 21 million Bitcoin that can be mined. However, 17,314,500 have already been mined. That means there's 3,685,500 Bitcoin that can still be mined. Okay, so what that means is that every single time one of these pools dedicates computing power to the blockchain, they have the opportunity to earn what's called a block reward. Okay, now a block reward is 12.5 Bitcoin. Okay, so people will say, well, why would anyone bother building all these computers? Well, because if they mine a block, they will get 12.5 Bitcoin. Now, as you can see, BTC.com have received 82 blocks. So if we look at that and go, okay, 82 blocks by 12.5 equals 1,025 Bitcoin. So that's how many Bitcoin BTC.com has made in the last, I think this is a 4-day chart, right? So it's huge. So when you look at that, you go, wow, 1,024 BTC in AUD. These guys have, God damn it. God damn it. $9.3 million, right, in 4 days. That's what their mining operation is yielding them based on that amount of blocks. Okay, now that will change, and it will change every 4 days because the difficulty changes. They could have power outages and everything else, right? So that gives you a quick rundown of why people mine Bitcoin, but more importantly, how to find very quickly if someone is making a claim that they are very, very big, how you can find them very, very fast. Now, one thing that I will go into a little bit more is the kind of information that you want to be asking. Now, when I said that I would share with you guys a transparent one, I'm just going to use the one that I'm involved in because it's easy. I know it. I'm not trying to sell it to you, but these are some of the objections that people have given me, and this is how I've answered them. So you should be able to now take this information. If someone's trying to sell you something or get you involved in a Bitcoin mining operation, these are the kind of questions you should want to ask. And the answers that I give you should be the kind of transparency that you should be looking for to make a decision, right? So let's have a look at BitClub. Now, BitClub, they've done 11 blocks, which is the equivalent of 120 odd Bitcoin, right? Now, every time one of these block rewards is given, you can come in here and you can check individually every single block. So what that means is if you went into this hash, you would see that this block 545151, it was given to BitClub Network, which is good. It was given at this time. This was the difficulty rate at the time. This is the block reward. So they received 12.5 Bitcoin, which is exactly what you want to see. So you can see, okay, yeah, that block was definitely given to BitClub And it was given to them because they did an estimated 1,014 transactions. They got the right amount of Bitcoin, which is good. So that's all great. Now, one thing that you need to check, and this is one thing that scammers will do, is they will send you a wallet address that has a lot of transactions for 12.5 Bitcoin and then say, look, here's our daily block rewards. That isn't enough because I can fake that. I can send you 12.5 Bitcoin every 15 minutes and then just claim it's for block rewards. When someone is getting a block reward for mining Bitcoin, on the transaction history, it will say that there are no inputs. And the reason that there are no inputs is because they are newly generated coins. Okay, it's so important that when you verify a block reward, that you verify that the block rewards that you're seeing on the blockchain are newly generated coins. Okay, because I can fake block rewards if you don't know what you're looking for. I can say we're getting 50 blocks a day. Look at all these transactions for 12.5. But I could just be sending them wallet to wallet to wallet to wallet, and you go, oh my God, that's amazing! Holy shit! Look at how much money these guys are making. If they're not newly generated coins and they weren't unable to decode the output address, it's not a real block reward. Now, if you want to look into this further, one of the questions I would ask them is go, okay, well, all right, so obviously, yes, this organization is definitely earning block rewards. I can see that, these guys have been going for a little while, but you want to know how much liquidity they've got, or out of, every time they're getting these block rewards, is the company broke? Now, one thing that I like about our organization is if you click this is just a wallet address. It will actually take you to the Bitcoin wallet that is associated with this, mining operation. Now, as you can see, this wallet here has been getting all of these block rewards, except for here where they took out 2.5 Bitcoin in the last 24 hours. You can see here all the different block rewards for 12.6, and the good thing is this goes on for days and days and days and days. There's actually 5 years of recorded data here. So if someone says, hey, we've been one of the largest miners for going on X amount of years, okay, show me the wallet, but more importantly, show me the transparent history. Now, there's no reason why any organization would ever change their core cold storage wallet, because anyone that does set up a large mining operation will have a cold storage wallet that their block rewards go to. And it's actually really hard to change that all the time. You just wouldn't do it. So any good operation would have had their wallet for a really long time. And as you can see, this wallet has, received 77,998 Bitcoin, which is almost 78,000 Bitcoin. But the cool thing is, in that wallet, they still have 11,829 Bitcoin, which would tell me that the mining operation definitely isn't broke. Do you know what I mean? Because, well, let's just think about it. 11,000 BTC in AUD. Yes, is $100 million. Okay, so they've got $100 million in liquidity. They're obviously getting block rewards. To me, that's a really good indication that this opportunity, that this mine is everything that the person is claiming it to be. Okay, so if I came to you and said, hey, I'm part of a mining operation, we're going 5 years, we've got heaps of liquidity, that's good. The other website that you really want to look at is blocktrail.com. Now, the reason why you want to look at Blocktrail just gives you a little bit more information about hashing power, but it's also a really good way to have a look a little bit deeper into mining, especially if if someone's claiming that they're a really big miner or they were a really big miner. This will actually give you a little bit more info because for some reason Blocktrail just has more information on it, right? So if we click Explorer and excuse me if I stuff this up because I don't use Blocktrail that much, but I do love it. So as you can see here, this will just give you all the information on all the latest blocks. And 2 minutes ago, 22 minutes ago, 28 minutes ago, 42 minutes ago. So every time that there has happened, someone has made 12.5 Bitcoin, right? So when we go here and we look at the pool distribution, and here's what's really important, okay? In the last 24 hours, this is how many pools were actually mining Bitcoin. Now, if we look a week ago, you can see Kano CK pool was also mining Bitcoin. Now, problem is mining Bitcoin is getting harder. So Kano CK pool, it looks like they've turned off their equipment, which means they're not profitable anymore. And then if we look back 1 month ago, you'll see Connect BTC, BTCC, it looks like they've stopped mining as well. Go back a year, and as you'll see, there was a lot of big pools that simply don't show up anymore. So one of the things that you want to make sure of, if someone's saying that we are going to be the newest and the biggest and the greatest, there's lots of people that have been around before previously that just aren't here anymore because they don't know how to scale their business. So one thing that you want to really look for if you are going to invest in any type of mining is, are you doing it with a company that has stood the test of time, that has been able to scale their business accordingly, or are you about to invest in something that is claiming that they're going to be able to do what some other seasoned veterans can't, while it's getting harder and harder to do it? So these are the kind of questions you want to be asking. These are definitely, two websites that you need to use to verify anytime anyone makes any kind of claim whatsoever. And hopefully that helps. So blocktrail.com, blockchain.com, those two websites will pretty much give you all the information that you need. And then if you go into here as well, you can see, if you click btc.com, again, you can see all of their blocks, their total blocks. You can go to their pool URL. Everything is really, really transparent. And anyone who's claiming to do any type of mining in a big way will want to offer transparency. There's no need to hide it. Remember USITech? Now, USITech, they said, oh, well, we can't tell you our mining operation because we need to keep it a secret. Why? What could we possibly do? Why aren't these guys keeping it a secret? You know what I mean? Like, why isn't BTC.com, YBC, or Slush, or Antpool? When they're claiming that they're not known, it's, in my opinion, it's horseshit, and it's just something that they say to get out of not having to disclose what they don't have. So I hope that helps. I really, really hope that will stop you from signing up to anything super fast without, at least doing a little bit more research. And hopefully that gives you the tools to simply, be able to ask some better questions, ask the kind of questions that you should be asking, but more importantly, don't go throwing money at things that simply don't exist because they've got a beautiful video, a really slick presentation, a great salesperson who's extremely convincing. What I just shown you, you can go and do yourself, and those are the kind of questions you want to be asking. So hope it helps. Have a good night.